I thank both my reporters for joining us at this point of time. We leave it there and shift our focus to some more news coming in, where in a further escalation of the 33rd month Russia-Ukraine war, Russia has fired a hypersonic intermediate-range ballistic missile at the Ukrainian city of Dnipro in response to the US and UK allowing Kyiv to strike Russian territory with advanced Western weapons. Russian President Vladimir Putin has issued a statement saying that Moscow struck a Ukrainian military facility with a new medium-range hypersonic ballistic missile known as Oreshnik and warned that more could follow. He further stated that civilians would be warned ahead of further strikes with such weapons. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Zelensky has said that the use of the new missile amounted to a clear and severe escalation in the war and called for a strong worldwide condemnation. Belly on the telecast with me. Belly, of course, Russia has now struck Ukraine. That's of course a statement that has now been issued by Putin, where he's made it abundantly clear that, well, there are going to be strikes and we will give you a fair, warning so that civilians don't get injured, but this is going to continue to happen. So what does this escalation then mean?
Absolutely, Akavari. The US official had said that Russia notified Washington shortly before the strike, while another official said the US had briefed Kyiv and the allies to prepare for the possible use of such a weapon. And Kyiv initially suggested Russia fired an intercontinental ballistic missile, a weapon designed for a long-distance nuclear strike, and never before used in the war. However, the usual officials and the NATO echoed Putin's description of the weapon as an intermediate-range ballistic missile, which has a shorter range of 3,000 to 5,500 kilometers. And Zelensky posted on social media after the Putin's television appearance, where he stated that Russia's acknowledgement that it used the new weapon is another escalation after the deployment of North Korean troops on Russian soil. And the Thursday's attack, he said, was yet another proof that Russia has no interest in peace. And Zelensky also appealed that the world must respond. And right now, there is no strong reaction from all throughout the globe. A lack of tough reaction to Russia's actions sends a message that such a behavior is not acceptable. A U.S. official speaking on a condition of anonymity said that Russia is likely to possess a handful of experimental missiles after this Thursday's strike on Ukraine. And the Ukraine Air Force also confirming that said that the missile targeted Dnipro in the central eastern Ukraine and was fired from the Russian region of Astrakhan, more than 700 kilometers away. And a doctoral research fellow at the Oslo University who specializes in missile technology and nuclear strategy, Fabian Hoffman, has said that the most significant aspect of the weapon was that it carried a MIRVED, which is the multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle payload. And Russia has chosen this weapon for signaling purpose. And this payload is exclusively associated with nuclear-capable missiles, is what he reiterates. And Russia also fired a Kinzhal hypersonic missile along with 7 Kh-101 cruise missiles, 6 of which were shot down. The Ukrainian Air Force has confirmed this. And the attack targeted enterprises and critical infrastructure in Dnipro, which was a missile-making center in the Soviet era. And the Ukraine has expanded its military industry using the war, but has kept about this particular Dnipro city and its whereabouts a complete secret, is what so to say from there. And the regional governor of Dnipro had said that the attack has damaged an industrial enterprises and set off fire in the town, hurting 2 people, and there was no other casualties. And a news agency in Ukraine says that a parliamentary sitting that was scheduled for Friday had been postponed due to the security concerns, with no more sittings planned until December.
All right, Belly, thank you so much for joining us and sharing all those updates with us. We leave it there. And for the time being, we take a break, but I'm going to see you in a minute.